As people grow older, their health needs change, and habits they once held on to with little concern can quickly become harmful. There's a hidden threat, one that's slowly affecting many individuals between the ages of 65 and 80, and it's something they don't realize until it's too late. In fact, certain daily habits that were once considered harmless can now be silently shortening their lives and draining their vitality. This video will help you recognize some of the most common mistakes made by those in their senior years and why they can be more dangerous than most people think. The body undergoes significant changes with age, and it's essential to understand that what worked in your younger years, perhaps in your 40s and 50s, may no longer be suitable as you enter your 60s and beyond. Some habits that may have seemed fine when you were younger can now contribute to serious health problems. These issues can reduce your energy, affect your mobility, and even shorten your life expectancy. But don't worry. It's never too late to correct these behaviors, and taking action now could lead to healthier, more fulfilling years ahead. In this video, I will outline 5 crucial habits that you must stop immediately if you are between the ages of 65 and 80. We will go into the reasons behind these common mistakes, explain their impact on your health, and show you how making small, manageable changes can make a huge difference in your daily life. Stick with me until the end, because the last point we discuss is a mistake many people overlook, yet it could be one of the most harmful choices you're making every day. Before we dive in, I want to remind you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest tips and videos on living a healthy, vibrant life. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments to let us know. If you feel it could be improved, leave a 0, and we'll make sure we keep creating content that serves you better. Let's jump into the first mistake. Sitting for long periods without moving. One of the most damaging habits many adults over 65 have is sitting for extended periods without movement. While it may feel comfortable, sitting for hours on end can be extremely harmful to your health. As you age, the body becomes more susceptible to a variety of issues from prolonged inactivity. You might think that getting a daily walk is enough to keep your body active, but even with exercise, extended sitting can have serious consequences. Research has consistently shown that when you sit for long periods, your metabolism slows down. Your muscles, particularly in your legs and core, start to weaken, and your joints become stiff. This can lead to poor circulation, increased risk of heart disease, muscle atrophy, and even cognitive decline. Additionally, prolonged sitting puts a strain on your joints, leading to back pain, knee stiffness, and increased fall risk. If you've ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt stiffness or discomfort in your knees or back, that's a clear sign your body is not getting enough movement. By sitting for long stretches, you're reducing blood flow, and that can result in muscle stiffness, joint discomfort, and even the development of blood clots. If you don't take action now, you could also find yourself facing long-term issues like weight gain or chronic pain. Take the story of George, a 72-year-old man who spent most of his day sitting after his walks. He noticed his legs felt weaker, and his back pain was getting progressively worse. His doctor explained that the real issue wasn't just a lack of walking, but the long hours spent sitting without getting up to move. Once George started incorporating short movement breaks every 30 minutes, doing stretches or light walking, he saw a significant improvement in his circulation and energy levels. Here's a simple test. Try standing up after sitting for over an hour. If you feel stiffness or tightness in your body, it's a sign that you need to move more regularly. Try stretching, walking around, or doing simple exercises throughout your day. Making a habit of standing, stretching, and moving regularly can significantly improve how you feel and function. The key is consistency. Small actions throughout the day add up to big improvements. Neglecting protein intake and losing muscle mass as you age. One of the most important things to focus on is your muscle mass. However, many people over 60 tend to ignore the role of protein in their diet, which can lead to a dangerous loss of muscle strength. The body's ability to process protein decreases with age, meaning that you need more protein than you did in your 40s or 50s to maintain your muscle mass. When you don't get enough protein, your muscles begin to weaken, and this condition is known as sarcopenia. Sarcopenia can make simple tasks, like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs, feel difficult and exhausting. The loss of muscle mass not only affects your strength, but also your balance, which can lead to an increased risk of falls and injuries. Consider Richard, a 68-year-old man who thought he was eating well, but gradually noticed his muscles becoming weaker. His arms looked thinner, his legs felt more fatigued, and he had less energy. After visiting his doctor, Richard learned he wasn't consuming enough protein to support his muscles. His doctor recommended he increase his intake of lean meats, eggs, nuts, beans, and dairy, all of which are rich in protein. Within weeks, Richard felt stronger, more energized, and much more stable on his feet. Here's an easy test to assess your muscle strength. Try standing up from a chair without using your hands. If this feels difficult, or if you find yourself unsteady, it may be time to focus more on strengthening your muscles with proper nutrition and strength-building exercises. If you're still following the same diet from your younger years, it's time to rethink your food choices. Your body needs more protein to remain strong, mobile, and independent as you age. Neglecting sleep and disrupting the body's repair process. Another common misconception among older adults is that the need for sleep decreases with age. In reality, your body still requires a significant amount of rest for healing, cognitive function, and overall well-being. However, many seniors develop poor sleep habits over time that lead to chronic fatigue, higher inflammation, and a greater risk of cognitive decline. Poor sleep can impact nearly every aspect of your health. It weakens the immune system, elevates stress hormones, and even increases the likelihood of developing conditions such as heart disease or high blood pressure. If you often wake up in the middle of the night or feel sluggish after a full night's sleep, it's a sign that your body isn't getting the deep restorative sleep it needs. Take Frank, a 71-year-old man who believed sleeping fewer hours was just a natural part of aging. Over time, he began experiencing fatigue, brain fog, and fluctuations in his blood pressure. After discussing his sleep habits with his doctor, Frank learned that quality sleep was still essential for his health, and a few changes could make a world of difference. He reduced screen time before bed, stopped consuming caffeine in the evening, and created a bedtime routine. Within weeks, he felt more alert, energetic, and focused. You can assess your own sleep quality by asking yourself how you feel when you wake up. Do you feel refreshed and energized, or do you need extra time to get moving? If you struggle to feel rested, now is the time to work on improving your sleep habits. A consistent sleep schedule, a calming bedtime routine, and better sleep hygiene can greatly improve your health, memory, and overall quality of life. Avoiding strength and balance training. Many people over 60 believe that walking is sufficient exercise, but it isn't enough to maintain strength, balance, or prevent falls. As we age, our muscles naturally weaken, and our balance begins to deteriorate. This makes us more vulnerable to falls, which are the leading cause of injury in older adults. Surprisingly, most falls aren't caused by weak legs. They occur because of poor balance and muscle loss. Edward, a 74-year-old man, walked daily but didn't do any strength or balance training. One day, he misjudged a step and fell. While he didn't break anything, the experience was a wake-up call. After speaking with his doctor, Edward started doing resistance exercises, core strengthening, and balance drills. Soon, he noticed improvements in his stability, confidence, and ability to move around without fear of falling. Strength and balance training doesn't have to involve heavy weights or intense exercise routines. Simple activities like resistance band exercises, squats, leg lifts, or standing on one foot can help improve your strength and balance. The key is consistency. If you find it difficult to stand on one foot for 10 seconds, that's a sign you need to focus on strengthening your stabilizing muscles. Ignoring hydration and dehydrating your body. Hydration is often overlooked by seniors, but it's one of the easiest health risks to avoid. As you age, your body's thirst signals become weaker, which means you may not feel thirsty even when your body needs water. Chronic dehydration can lead to fatigue, joint pain, constipation, cognitive decline, and even an increased risk of falls. Walter, a 76-year-old man, thought he was drinking enough fluids because he had coffee in the morning and a bit of water with meals. But over time, he started feeling more fatigued, experiencing muscle cramps, and having episodes of dizziness. His doctor explained that coffee and tea were acting as diuretics, meaning they were pulling water out of his system. Walter started drinking more water, especially first thing in the morning, and made sure to sip throughout the day. Within a few weeks, he felt more alert, had better digestion, and noticed less joint stiffness. To check if you're properly hydrated, pinch the skin on the back of your hand and hold it for a second. If it snaps back quickly, you're likely well hydrated. If it takes a while to settle, your body may need more fluids. Staying hydrated is one of the easiest and most beneficial health habits you can adopt.